Is she from
Well, I flew here from Philadelphia yesterday for one reason, to support deaf empowerment, just like empowerment of any minority culture in history. I have deaf children and deaf and hearing grandchildren, and the point and goal of the march and rally that are being hosted here by a group called Autism Free America and the Deaf Bilingual Coalition is to ensure for the first time in history that all deaf babies have their birthright honored, and their birthright, regardless of the hearing status of their parents, is the right to language from the moment of birth, American Sign Language, so that those deaf babies begin at an equal playing field with all of their hearing counterparts. Language must come into the brain. It's no accident that the brain takes 2 years to begin to decode the language that comes in. If it doesn't come in through the ears, it must be allowed to come in through the eyes. And then, by becoming culture and American Sign Language using human beings, they don't have the frustration and misery, nor do their families, of not being able to communicate and hear your mommy and daddy through your eyes say, I love you, okay? There are 2 cultures and 2 languages we're talking about. American Sign Language and spoken English. Different but equal. Deaf babies must have the ASL first. ASL first is the whole mantra here. Without that, they cannot develop in a normal and healthy way. If you want to give your deaf babies cochlear implants, go ahead, I say, but don't deny them the right to be who they are. Proud deaf babies, proud deaf children, proud deaf teenagers, and proud deaf adults. And that's why we're here today. Beautiful deaf culture to preserve it. Eddie, the early hearing detection and intervention conference that's happening here is the system and the top leaders all hearing, making decisions for the whole future of babies newly diagnosed. They bring in their hearing parents who are afraid and ignorant and basically lead them down the path 100% away from the deaf culture and ASL, the very thing that is the #1 most important, most critical thing to feed the brains of our beloved deaf babies. And yet, in the name of love, because we're ignorant and afraid, we go down the wrong path. It's the same as parents not letting their kid be gay, not letting their kid be whatever and whoever they need to be. Let our children be who they are. Let our deaf children be deaf and join in their pride.
Let me ask you this. If they don't get both, what challenges do they face as they grow up?
They face
language-less.
Without language, we are nothing. Without normal language development, all other areas of development cannot become normal, cannot have emotional security in a normal way, cannot have normal social development, cannot know anything that's going on in the world. Without language, normal language development, and the expression, you see smart 2-year-olds with higher language and cognitive development than many oral 10-year-olds or 14-year-olds, because they were language deprived children. It's equal to starving the body. If we starve the minds, then the brain has nothing to eat, nothing to chew on. So the frustration of deaf babies and toddlers wanting so much, the same as hearing toddlers want, only to express themselves, becomes more and deeply rooted frustration that blocks off all normal development in every other area, social, academic.
Can you sum it up for me? I know you're
Well,
passionate about it.
the summation is simply that to get HDI up the street, to talk to sit with, discuss, pay attention, and listen to deaf adults themselves about what's the best thing for deaf children. That's the goal today. And that will be a first in history that the hearing powerhouses ever sat and listened to deaf people. It's not happened yet. That's our goal here today. And it's the youth and the empowered young deaf people who've had enough of that oppression.
That's good.
Perfect.
Can you give me your name as well for me also?